So I've been general manager, sales manager for about 26 years, building teams and building staff in a pretty high-paced environment. So I'm pretty used to this type of environment when it comes to crypto.
Right. How did you fall into crypto? I mean, how did you end up in crypto?
Actually, I busted a couple of employees playing around on the internet and seeing these charts pop up and just kind of wonder, like, what the heck are you guys doing? And then they got me into crypto at that point, and then it just kind of grew from there, where the environment, the people, the chat groups, all that sort of stuff kind of started getting really interesting. So it just kind of became my second home.
Sounds great. That sounds great, Brad. Let's get on to Diego now. Very interested to know about Diego too. You have quite a Spanish name, Diego.
Yeah, I am from Argentina.
Oh, yo hablo español perfectamente. Vivo en España desde hace muchos años.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I live in Spain for a long time, so I speak Spanish natively. Wonderful, Diego. Let's get to know you a little better. You're in Seattle right now.
Yeah, I'm software engineer, originally from Argentina. I have 15 years of experience in the area. I have worked for companies like Amazon, Ubisoft. I am in a big one right now, so opinions my own, not linked to employer. I have lived in different countries working. I have worked in Toronto. I have worked in Ireland. I have worked in France. And right now I am in Seattle for a big tech as well. And well, I have been in this career for years.
I mean, how does that link to crypto at last? I mean, how do you get to know crypto?
Yeah, so I started a few years ago in 2010. A friend told me to buy Bitcoin. I said, nobody is going to invest in that. Then I learned my lesson. So I started to investigate blockchain, smart contracts, how to do the tech. I started to invest myself like any naive new investor, thinking like, hey, I put $1 here and I get 100 the next week. Then I got racked a lot, scam a lot. And I started to figure out, how can we solve that? How can we make this a safe space? And how can we improve it? And that takes me here.
I've been there, done that. I started losing a lot too, just like everyone, until you get the hang of it. You need to really get to understand how to make profits in these let's say dark spaces. It's definitely it is definitely a space where you need to be very, very careful. So yeah, I mean, me and Travis, which are good friends, by now, we have been in huge projects, and just from even holding too long, not even getting scammed, but even holding too long or not being able to take profits, we have lost over 6 figures in investments. It's been mind-blowing. Great. So Diego and Brad are here presenting us a very promising project. I have to say, this is something different, I think, something that we have not had here yet over such a long time of AMAs. We've had over 100 AMAs right now, and we've never seen anything alike. So I'm sure our investors are going to be happy to, take a deep look into Luna and Lucky Luna. And let's get started with it. Now, Brad, how do you come up with Lucky Luna? How does this come to your mind, and how do you develop it after that?
Well, first to start off with just, all of the people that are in this project were in other projects. We got to know each other over time. We actually developed this idea originally to just be a quick, have fun meme type coin. Realizing that, we've seen some other project managers not deal with the community, not put the community first. And we thought, this is our opportunity to try something. So we developed the name Lucky Luna based on Diego. During our kind of getting the project going, his wife birthed to a daughter, and they named the daughter Luna. So that's where the name came from. During that, Diego was going through the contracts. He was doing what everybody else does, checking out Safe Moon, and he just came to us and said, "Hey guys, this is garbage. Like this is just full of just absolutely useless stuff. So I've got an idea to me, and let's see what happens." So what happened is, come out with this new contract, and then over time, we were looking for a quicker launch. We had about a 2-month delay while we let Diego work with all the bugs and figure this all out, because he wanted to make the contract where the tax paid to B&B. Well, everybody told Diego this is absolutely impossible. Nobody can do this. It's not even a thing that can happen. And Diego, kind of being the supreme engineer, said, "Yeah, let's see. I'll prove them all wrong." And sure enough, he did it. So it became a very unique contract. And then it turned into, well, while I'm here, I'm building my exchange to make this happen. So not only do we have a token, before we launched, we had a use case, which most low cap tokens don't have. So we've kind of evolved from a meme, dropped it completely. Now we're into the DeFi space and working our way upward, but it's more just gathering trust and letting people know that we even exist is where we're at right now.
Sounds great. Yeah, I was mentioning it before. You guys have such a unique thing going on. I don't want to break it to you, but it's going to be hard for a lot of people to understand it. But as soon as people understand it, they will definitely realize the technology that you have behind that, the unique coding that Diego has put into it, and the all of the work that Lucky Luna has into. It's going to be hard for you to keep getting people to understand it, because we're all, I'm not going to lie to you, we're all super close-minded with Binance Smart Chain, ERC20 and BSC contracts and reward contracts. But your thing is definitely something to take into account. One of those things that you will see in the next probably months, and say, wow, these guys did it first, So Diego, if you don't mind it, if you want to explain how you did that and how you came up with that and why, I think you're the best person to do that. So we're listening to you now.
Yeah. So originally, when I started to look at the SafeMoon code, I figured out that they had a really good idea how to make a token deflationary. They had a really cool algorithm at the time, but then everybody started to base their code in that. So how to do something original in a space where 2,000 projects comes every day to PancakeSwap. So the first thing we notice in other projects is like when the team has to do marketing, they have to sell their tokens, right? They have charges, taxes in their own currency. They have to sell to get money and to pay third parties, promoters, developers, etc. So the team depends a lot on the token price. They are waiting the pump to get the ATH, to sell, to get money, to pay more advertising. They create food because when team sells, you say, we are screwed. We have to sell right now. So how can we fix that? And the mechanism we thought about is, okay, when you pay, let's keep part of the money in BNBs. Let's transfer that to our marketing wallet, and let's do the transaction with the remaining money. So that idea allows us to get money from the volume instead of the price, right? So a lot of tokens are relying on the price. If they go to zero, they have no way to promote their token because there is no more money, the token is worthless. How can we improve that? How can we work without that attacking the chart? So the idea we come out is, okay, let's charge taxes in BNB. I consult that with a few crypto gurus, how they call themselves. And they said, no, that's not possible. But the problem is that the crypto world is ruled mostly from business people. I haven't met software engineers in the crypto space, at least working in small projects like ours. So the thing is, people hire a Fiverr who charge you $200 to fork SafeMoon, or people just do 2-3 courses from Udemy and they are developers. And I say, okay, I can do this. I started to investigate it. I didn't want to pay someone to have control of my code. I'm super picky, super annoying with my code. My code is my baby. So I did it myself. And actually, when we start to tell the idea, some people was like, "Hey, I want your tech." And we realized that we had something bigger than a token. We had a tech that other people want to get on board. And we also noticed that there is a lot of smart people out there with a lot of huge and cool ideas that they have no clue how to implement them. It's super complicated. The only example there is SafeMoon. But adapting SafeMoon to your problem is like, okay, I have a problem. I have a code and I have to adapt my problem to the code. And it's exactly the other way around. And that's where we create Lucky Luna. And that's why other people is interested on board our tech. We want to be the safe space where you can buy tokens in the DeFi space, right? You go to PancakesSwap right now and you have clone tokens, like you have an address, you don't know if it's the token you are meant to buy. You don't know if that token is going to be rock. You don't know if that token has liquidity, if it's honeypot. You have to check 300 tools that are, no, I don't want to be mean, but they are useless. They are doing fake transactions to test. And for instance, honeypot.io, I think it is, doesn't detect our exchange because we are not PancakeSwap, which is ridiculous. So what we did is, okay, we want to create a space. You go to Binance and you buy without caring that this is legit, this is not. So what if we build a safe space? Like, in order to publish in our exchange, you have to be docs. Your liquidity has to be, as a big percentage of it has to be locked. If you mine more tokens, we will pause and say, hey, wait, why are you doing this? Fix this problem, then you can continue. And a lot of validations in place to allow people to invest safe, but also empower people to create new contracts. People with cool ideas have know the tools. We want to provide the tools, but also we want to provide the safety for the investors. So that's our goal. It's a huge goal, I understand that, but a lot of legit projects are writing to us and asking, hey, how can I do this? And we are super happy to help. We learn a lot. I create interface in my code for them to onboard our tech in an easy way, and that's the goal. We want to make an exchange that lives from volume of other people and making other people success and safer. $9 million are scam every day in the crypto world. We want to solve that. That's our use case.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to dive into with your project that really sparkled my interest and my never-ending imagination when it comes to all of the options that will come after your idea, guys. I think there's just a long way to go now, and just like you said before, you gave a really good example, Diego, how nobody believe in buying Bitcoin. Like, that's not going to work. Nobody wants that. It is a very similar thing right now with your innovation. We
Yeah,
are stuck. You say.
yeah, so, yeah. Sorry, you have a lot of, sometimes you cut. Yeah, being the first is hard. It's not a smooth path, but it's the right thing to do. I don't want to be another copy. I want to create something. I like to create stuff. That's why I'm engineer. And well, I got all the people now on board in the team, and they love the idea, and they are fully supporting that. So we are all in into that.
Correct. Yes, as I was mentioning, it is one of these new things that people take time to understand, but once people understand it, it is a never-ending loop. Like, people are just going to keep jumping into it and like snowball effect. So I love innovation. We are unfortunately living right now in a world where we all copy and copy and copy that and copy this and copy that, and it's hard to find people with new ideas. And this is something I want to highlight, guys. Here we have a new idea. If you're looking into a new investment, a new type of investment, a new contract form, this is the project you're looking for right now. These guys here are going to change DeFi. Um, I wanted to dive into a little bit of the whole success of your project in the future. Um, as you guys know, innovation doesn't mean success. Having something new does not mean having something successful. How do you guys expect, and how can you guarantee kind of our investors that your project will be successful indeed?
Well, there's no guarantees in anything in crypto, unfortunately, other than the keys I find in this space when you're low cap is activity. So as long as the team is working to bring in new members, members will bring in new members. So what I've seen a lot of times is other projects will just throw out something once and then, oh, that's good for a month. And then we'll wait till our token crashes down and then we'll do something else. While they maybe do something in the background, but they're just looking at it as a part-time type of job. With ours, like it's basically looking a multi-million-dollar idea with the exchange, right? The amount of volume that we can put through of safe contracts where we want to separate ourselves from the meme type pump and dump coins that are out there that are just a dime a dozen. Like they could just come out. Like I won't even repeat the names. I'm just so sick of seeing them being recycled and reused and done all over again. And then 40 of them come out in 3 hours and you don't even know which one's what. But when it comes to building a company, we just want to kind of separate ourselves from that a little bit and look more into legitimate advertising with real people like you guys. We had a video AMA last week as well, where we're very selective on who we choose to advertise with, because we're not, a generic just blast it everywhere and hope that, enough people get it and go from there. We're looking for serious investors that understand. We're looking for just rookie investors that, could come in and we can teach them how this all works. And then how the vision of it going forward to growing our exchange, because the real money in our project comes from onboarding new tokens, right? LLT is basically like the cake to pancake swap, right? It's what's going to fuel the swap. So for every transaction we have through other tokens, the transaction fees are going to go towards LLT, boosting its liquidity, providing a security fund for any projects that get rugged. That sort of stuff to help to mitigate any issues down the road that are gonna make it a lot safer. We can't guarantee that we launch a token and they just don't decide after 3 months it's just not working for us and walk away. But we'll have measures in there that will help to protect and try to recover some of that money to be able to return it to the investors, because they're not the ones that should be suffering from laziness, more or less.
Yeah, I would also like to add. Oh, sorry, I hear myself like super loud. I would also like to add that every day $2 billion are moving in the DEX exchange. Like if you sum Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and all the other swaps that are a fork of Uniswap, because the first one and the only one who invented something is Uniswap. They're moving $2 million every day. Even getting, $2 billion. Only getting 1% of that market, it's a lot of money. It's like $2 million every day. So we are not aiming to be PancakeSwap tomorrow. We know that that takes time, but in the meantime, we can get a piece of that volume and we can onboard it into LunaSwap. And our goal is, again, if you go to the customer support in PancakeSwap, you click the link and you get a nice pop-up that says, we don't have customer support. Thank you for that. So we are using your tech with the documentation written in Uniswap because they don't even fork that. And you are on your own. Just copy SafeMoon, read this document, and God help you. We want to do the support as well. We want people to be successful, and we want to get a piece of that market share.
That's power. That's power. Probably one of the most interesting projects that I have talked about in here. I've done over probably already 30 or 40 AMAs myself as a host, because Travis was the host before. I have to say, guys, you've been developing something that looks so promising. I feel that your success is imminent. You're going to have imminent success. And And well, I mean, everything is explained so well. We can see how well you have developed this through and how much work you put into it, which is great too. I love the fact that you guys are giving customer support. That's something I am hating, not only from PancakeSwap, but even from bigger platform like Binance, where you have
Yeah.
the worst customer support ever. I had a funny story. I think yesterday or before yesterday, I contacted a support from Binance, and I had a guy calling me dude. Like, "Hey, dude, what's up?" And I'm like, "Who's replying to me here? A 15-year-old boy?" It was so weird. Like the manners were just so out of place, and the service was just so poor. So I hope you guys take a lot of care of that. It's going to give you a lot of points when you're going to rank against other swaps right now. Good. As in something I like a lot, which is not necessary, which is the graphics, the image, the quality of, also the pace of swapping, and the smooth work of that swapping platform. How do you guys guarantee that? Do you guys expect to have development as in, um, you know, uh, let's say graphics, or tell us a little about the development that you see in the next months?
Well, we're a very small team right now. We're definitely looking to grow. Right now, it's basically four of us working full time on it, but there's lots of little gaps that we need to fill. Right now, it's a matter of just getting the name out there, getting a little bit of a baseline started, and growing more naturally, organically, doing these interviews, getting our name out there to people. But growing the group from just talent that comes and finds us, more or less. And we've already had a couple that have by that we're in talks with as well. And same with people just coming by and wanting to know what our tech is for the launch, right? We have meetings nonstop to onboard them and have them understand what we offer. But growing forward, it's a growth thing that's definitely want to upgrade our website. We want to upgrade some other stuff as well. But the priority is getting our version 2 out. Right now, the swap is just a 1.5. So once we get our full version 2 out, we need to get Diego some help because he's a one-man coding machine. But there's a lot of other things we want to add on to it later, and give him a little bit of a break and help doing that as well.
Yeah, actually, I have a really good friend working right now with me. He's doing all the front end stuff. He's really good at that. In the meantime, I am creating all the liquidity contracts. When you add the liquidity, you have a pair. And that pair is written in a really old version of Solidity for PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and probably all the swaps in the world. I'm writing that from scratch, latest compiler, latest tech, and all our changes integrated into that. So right now we are working in the front end, in the back end. We have LunaSwap V1, which is functional for our token. We will have the version 1.5, which is going to work for other tokens, but it will include a lot of interactive work between their CTOs or coders with me. And then we want version 2, where they go to the tool and the tool does a lot of validations. And once the validations are okay, they have an interview with us in order to to start working with us. Like, you create your token, but your token is not approved until you dox yourself and you talk with us and we see if the token has potential. Otherwise, we cancel the application. And that is not that far away to being built. We have a lot of crazy ideas in our mind of validation and things to make this even safer. But right now, we are delivering, which is something that is not common in projects. Projects are waiting first for the money, then for deliver. We are delivering right now. And that's something we are really proud of. Right now, I'm working with a couple of CTOs right now just to onboard them into the project. That help us as well to improve our tool. A lot of people is questioning us, why don't you go to PancakeSwap? And my answer every single time is, why don't you get a Big Mac in Burger King? Because if we don't trust our product, who is going to trust it? So that's a way to improve. We get feedback, we get bugs, we have to adapt to new business cases, and it's a way to move forward.
Great, great. That sounds super, super fair enough. Wonderful. I mean, we talked about a lot of the things that I care about. When it comes to buying Luna, when you want to buy Luna, what is the process of buying? Since it's such a new thing, just so that people are aware. I, of course, know myself because I've been doing my own research before this, but a lot of our viewers are probably here wondering, how do I buy Luna token right now? And what am I facing when I buy Luna token, as in taxes or as in everything? Could you just detail that to everyone so everyone has it clear in their minds?
You are mute, Brad.
You're muted, Brad. You're muted.
Oh, sorry
Just
about that.
okay.
So we have our own website. It's lunaswap.com. You can also get it on our website. You can get it through Telegram. It's very simple. The nice thing why our exchange is safer right off the hop is when you go in or we onboard new tokens is there's no need to copy and paste a contract. It's already preloaded in there. So nobody else can add their contract like they can in PancakeSwap through BSC scan. If somebody buys our contract through PancakeSwap, they got ripped off because we have no affiliation right now with our token and PancakeSwap. So you pull the tabs down. It's simple. BNB, the token to choose, LLT, buy the quantity that you want. When you sell out, you do get your tokens WBNB, wrapped BNB, which right on our platform, you can unwrap it as well, right back to BNB, just with all the validations to make it happen. That's kind of one of the things. And we get question a lot, was I sold out? Where's my BNB? But once we tell them it's in WBNB, which is equal 1-to-1 to BNB, there's no issues with that as well. It's the same thing. They're not getting, dinged with anything. It's the exact same thing. But we're trying to make the platform as simple as possible right now so that you can just go in and buy it. Connect your wallet like you would PancakeSwap or any other DEX exchange right there, and away you go. Pretty simple.
That's wonderful. Great. Yeah, guys, they have a whole complete different method. You guys are used to copying that contract, going to Pancake, going to PCoin, and boom, buy it. This is a whole different thing. Again, a lot of information is shown in the website, and as well as very easy to access. Like you just get in the Luna swap. It's just, you see it there. You want to buy Luna token, you just connect your MetaMask, put there your beans, and then it gives you the equivalent in Luna token automatically, so that you even know that you're not getting any fake contract. That's the real one automatically. So what's better than that? Wonderful, guys. We talked about a lot of things. What plans do you have as in marketing and reach, reaching to new communities and reaching to new boundaries? What do you guys expect to be doing in the next few months?
Exactly this, just getting out into communities like yours. Again, Travladd and Travis is very well known within the crypto community, just getting out to as many places as we can, just so people can even know that we exist. Again, like you mentioned, it's a hard thing to get people to understand that new is not bad. New is different. Does it mean we're better? We believe so. And we're here to prove it, right? What will prove it is our chart. Once people get onto it and understand that, hey, this thing is where it's going to be, and we believe that it is, that's the number one thing. So that's why we prefer to do this method, where we get to meet people face to face. They can see who we are, but our plans are not to stop. We're just going to get out into every community that we believe is trustworthy and that understands crypto and how crypto works, and just introduce a product. That's basically where we're at as far as advertising goes, and then grow our team in the background as well, and partnerships and all the stuff. So basically a full-time job.
Exactly. This I would like to add also that right now there is over 100 people listening to us, and maybe at least one of them has a super good idea of a product they want to develop, but they are, I don't know how to deploy this. It's going to be hard, and maybe they are interested in LunaSwap, and they grow their community, and they are super successful, and eventually someone in their communities is going to say, hey, why don't we list in LunaSwap? It's safer, it's better, it has a lot of information we don't have in other swaps, and then the voice is spreading, right? So the goal eventually will say, when people ask, when Luna swap. That's the main goal.
When Luna swap, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. At the end of the day, guys, you said it yourselves. This is innovation at its finest. This is something new that I am super excited to see. I am a person that goes crazy for innovation. So something new is going to take time. Everything new takes time. You can see it in everything that is new. Look at the main altcoin, Bitcoin, how long it's taken to reach, even like to be a normalized payment method. We're still working and fighting with governments, stores, and so many things in order to allow crypto to be. And it's been like, how many years for Bitcoin? Like 12 years already?
13 years, something like that. Yeah, 12, 13 years.
13 years. I was like 12 years old back then. So, and still, like, we are here, and we're still fighting to get this to the public. So it takes time. But again, people that bought Bitcoin 13 years ago, they are today partying. You know, they are literally in the best moment of their lives because patience pays off. Patience really pays off. So enough talking about Lunas and technical things. Marketing is clear. You guys are getting it out there. You guys have a very international community. As I said, one of your French investors got to me and said, Benson, I am a big investor there. And I was like, that's great, Mathieu. Like, I'm happy to hear. So you're definitely spreading out the word. A lot of tech savvy people and people that like new technologies and new ways to develop things are getting their eyes on your project, which is great. And I don't have a lot to say. I think we're going to jump into questions now. A lot of our investors have great questions all the time. So the first one is going to be for Matt Habersky. Hello, Matt. How's it going? Matt?
Hello. Sorry, I didn't push the button. How is everybody? I became a fan while we were on this call because I loved what you were saying so much. But the question I have is a lot of exchanges, at least some of the newer ones I've seen, have multiple native tokens. I'm wondering if you have any plans at introducing another token with some extra functionality or something like that at some point in the future, or are you just Luna swap all the way, or Luna token or whatever?
The Lucky Luna is our focus right now, but yeah, in the background we've been talking about other things as well. But the sky's the limit, more or less. Like we could have our own cash version, our own stable coin. Like you never know, right? It just depends on how quick we get there. But we're very focused on following our roadmap to make sure that we build the most stable project possible. Than getting stuck in kind of the do 100 things at a time mentality until we grow in order to be able to sustain that, right? So building a solid foundation is the key for us right now, but definitely down the road, you just never know. We just don't want to make any promises on that, but it's definitely something I can see us doing.
Yep. All right, thank you. Well, I like your website, and the using the Luna swap was very easy. So I was very comfortable with it, and everything looks very professional. So I think you guys did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Great to have you on board.
Lovely words, Matt. Thank you so much for that question and for sharing your thoughts. We're going to go with King Boy now. King Boy has got a question for us. Happy to see you again around, King Boy. How's it going?
Yeah, thank you, Benson. Yeah, I have a question. There is a whole blockchain named the Luna blockchain. So I was thinking, does Luna have anything in common with the Luna blockchain?
Nope.
No, nothing in common.
Why did you choose to go for Luna?
Because of my daughter. I was expecting my daughter.
The name of Diego's newborn child.
Yeah.
They explained at the beginning. The name.
Yeah, we sat around literally 2 days after we got together, and it was 2 days into it. Diego's gave birth, wife gave birth, and the name was Luna. So we went with that.
Yeah.
That's congrats, Diego.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think Diego's got a lot of time to spend with his daughter right now, but
Yeah, I learned to code with the one hand, one with the baby and the other.
that's funny. Okay, thank you so much, King Boy. That is a decent question. I mean, they explained at the beginning. Maybe you were not here, which is completely fine. Yes, guys. I mean, Diego had a daughter. Her name was Luna, so that's why they gave that name, which is quite sentimental for him too. Another reason to keep going. Let's get another question in. We're gonna get another couple questions and then just round it up for the night. I think we had a great AMA. You know, sometimes things are just so clear and straight to the point. Making AMAs longer just for the sake of it doesn't make any sense. We all have to work. We all have things to do. So, you know, everything was so clear. We're going to get Nano. Nano, I just see you.
Yeah, hi everyone. I just want to know more about your. I just attend. I came to know everything about your project. I just want to know more about your marketing plan. That is the main role, okay?
Just
The
like
key
everybody
role of
else.
any project is marketing, right?
I didn't catch the
So
end of that.
basically, I just repeated that the main role of any project is marketing, right? Without marketing, we can't expect a more hype in the investors. We can't, people if people don't know about the project, how people came to know about this project, right? It's all about marketing. So that's if you can explain me more about how how
Yep.
you can convince more investors.
Well, in the same token, we market every single day on our socials and everything else, but we're building a stronger community. We're not chasing meme coin pump and dumpers. Pay them one BNB and get nothing from it. There's going to be a lot more, what I would consider mainstream media, advertising, stuff like that. Like, we're growing a startup company here. We're not a meme coin mentality. This is a business. So we're not going to be blasting everywhere like you see, putting ads on Times Square like people expect. Like, that's not our business model. We're here to grow a solid foundation. The only way to do that is with constant, steady marketing, but also doing it smartly. Throwing money away just to get 3 or 4 people is not worth it. This sort of marketing, where there's now going to be a video put on their website, which sits there, adds more value to us than doing a tweet from somebody we've never heard of and get no reaction or anything from it. So we do our due diligence with everything. We're constantly trying to find people that we are comfortable dealing with, that we feel are in the best interest of the crypto community. And that's how our marketing is going to go. We're not going to be a fast track. Hey, watch this, guys. 37 people are tweeting on us right now. If they're the right 37 people, they will be tweeting on us at the right time.
Yeah. Also, we have a bunch of potential partners in the project that wants to onboard our tech, and they will be our best ambassadors because they will have a community. They will promote their community. They use our tech, and the community will see that that works. And eventually, one of them is going to say, "Hey, these guys did something super cool. Why don't we use it in our project?" So I think this is something. That's why we do video AMAs instead of just an empty tweet with "Hey, next X thousand coin." It's because this is a complicated idea. This is new, and this is the kind of communication we are looking for to let people understand our vision. It's not something that can be communicated in 140 characters. It's not something that people will read about. It's something that people need to hear from the source. That's the most powerful message, I think. Seeing our face.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. I think he. I can hear you.
I can't hear you. No. I can't hear you. You look like you're muted right now, but see if you came back with that. I just saw you unmute. Keep going. Does anybody else there have a question at all either while we're here? I think we got a pretty decent turnout there. We got Andy there that can ask a question. Let me see if I'm able to unmute you.
We took over of the channel. That's how powerful we are.
Yeah, I don't know how to unmute at this point, but I think he had a little bit of an issue with his connection. No, it won't let me.
Hey guys.
Unmute. So,
hey.
Hello.
Hey, my question. Well, first off, I think the whole idea sounds pretty revolutionary as far as stabilizing the experience for crypto investors. I'm just wondering what some of the major hurdles might be for you guys as far as making this the bona fide swapping platform going forward.
I would say trust. That's the number one thing in anything, right? Is once we get that first couple tokens onboarded, right now that's our biggest hurdle. Is it's just us. So we're new, we're scary, we're not Pancake Swap. So the biggest hurdle for us is to get people to understand that we're not here to rip people off. We're a legitimate project. We launched on October 3rd. Diego's put hundreds of hours into figuring out his coding and everything else. I spend every available minute, researching, checking for influencers, checking for promoters, checking for ideas that we can use going forward. So it's a trust factor, I would say, is the number one thing. Is once we get a couple onboarded, I think the floodgates will open because they're going to not just Lucky Luna anymore. But that's our biggest hurdle is the fact that it's new and it's scary. But in some tokens or cases right now, we're so new, a small investment can lead to gigantic rewards, just like anybody else. Don't ever invest in anything you can't afford to lose, and it's not. Do your own research. This isn't financial advice. I'd love to promise everybody a Lambo down the road, but I'm not going to do that. So we're here just to work our butts off and make sure that we do what we can. Because the same time, we don't have our wallets. We did a live launch. We bought all in at the same time. In fact, we all had glitches where a lot of our members got in before us, so it was perfect. We got lots of people with nice big bags, but with us, we're investors just like you, but we're working for free. We're out there every day doing it. Down the road, we'll get paid off. But until now, we're just trying to grow this thing and make it as popular and get the name out as big as we can.
Phenomenal answer. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I still can't hear you. You're still muted for some reason. Having some issues, but. Anybody else out there have any questions?
Is it okay now, guys?
There you go. You're back.
Finally. I don't know. Technology plays with me. We're good now. I'm happy.
You're good.
I just had to leave the venue and get back just for it to work. That was a old school kind of fixing. Guys, I just wanted to thank you so much. I mean, we could jump into question on a daily. We could spend days with questions. Your project has so much to be asked. But I want to do something which is going to work even better. I want to encourage all of you, every single one of you trying to ask me questions, to join their Telegram. Jump now into their Telegram. They are there 24/7 helping you and your questions. So there is no point on keep asking questions here. I mean, guys, you got the Telegram there. Join them. Give them some love. Innovation deserves appreciation. That is a fundamental theory in life. New things need to be appreciated by human beings. Otherwise we just don't develop. So Brad, Diego, you guys are great. You guys are killing it. Keep doing what you're doing. And I just want to know if you have anything else to say, if you have any last words to say to the community.
No, just if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Diego's out and me and the rest of the team are available pretty much all day long to answer anything. We're not here to hide from everybody. Our faces have been out on multiple videos now. Everybody knows what cities we live in and where we're from. So any questions, we're here to help. It is new. It is scary. But like Benson just said, innovation is interesting. So getting in early, can you imagine getting into something, one of these big tech companies in the first couple months? I never got that opportunity. So this could be it, and I'm hoping to make it, right? Not doing this for fun. We're doing this to try to make some money.
That is a great way. That is a great way of presenting it. I mean, he's right. Imagine getting into one of those early, super revolutionary tech companies on the very first month. Like imagine Apple in the 90s. Imagine investing into that stock in the stock market and having it now. That is just what it is at the end of the day. If these guys keep developing, if these guys keep delivering as they've been doing, the only way now is success. And so again, I just have to say congratulations for bringing this, and thank you guys. Thank you so much. It was so instructive to hear from you. Definitely keep your contact. I'll keep your contact, Diego. I always need good developers and good coders around for other projects and stuff. So you might have a lot of contacts in the industry. So I'm going to keep your contact very, very tight. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. You did.
Thank you so much.
Well, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take